So you guys know that over the years, over the last 10 plus years, I've dealt with a number of people who, whether they hated on me online, whether they spread negative rumors about me online, whether they criticized me for having no comments on my YouTube channel, whatever, I get it. But listen, one thing that I'm proud of is I've stood the test of time, and I have students who are sending in their results, and that's all that matters, all right? People are still joining, people are still realizing results, and that is my charge, and that's what I was put here to do, help people realize results. Today, I want to actually showcase a new student of mine by the name of Core. Core just got started with me. Let me see. Core got started with me, this was sometime last week. Let me just see. Definitely within a week. So as you guys see on the screen, Core messaged me on Friday. Okay, let me see. He messaged me on Friday and he said, Mr. Scott, I caught that sale and made a quick 280 bucks. Now this was at 9:18 a.m. Okay, and you guys can see that's a screenshot, and in his screenshot it shows that he was up 280.95. Okay, and then he came back and he messaged me. So after he sent me the screenshot, I was like, whoa, that's great, Core. And I said they gave everyone 2 chances at it, which was great too. Now, after that, he said, thanks, your knowledge is greatly appreciated, sir. And I said, my man. And I said, be sure to study that setup for future setups. He said, yes, indeed. And I asked him, how did he like training yesterday? This was on Friday. So you guys know on Thursdays, we have our all-day training session, which he was able to sit in on. So then, that's when he responded and he said it was amazing, clear and very informative. I really like how you break down the market. And I said, that's good, my brother. Definitely work hard to make sure that it's easily retained. And then he said, you got it. And I have been studying the videos on the university daily, and it really helps. So then I told him, I said, definitely good to hear. Reach out with questions should you have any. And he said, sounds good, gave me the thumbs up. And then today, at 11 o'clock, he said, Brother Youssef, thanks for your insight and vision of the market. I made a nice profit today. And if you guys can see on the screen, he made, it looks like 293.96 is rather blurry. But looking at the last screenshot at the profit, well, the equity and the balance, he was up 3,047.47. And in the last one, he was up 39.37.80. So that's a profit of like $900, which is great. So I'm not sure what he's doing in between time, but he's able to make profit and realize profit in the market, which is fantastic. So listen, just like I said about Core, he's taking his training seriously. He's going inside the members area. He's going through the material. He's using his weekends. He's not wasting any time. He's really focused, which is great. And this is, it's evident based on his results. So if you're one of those who you're constantly losing, you have to do something different. Maybe it's not coming through me. Maybe it's coming through someone else. You have to get off YouTube University, go on there to get, if you go to YouTube University, don't get me wrong. You can find some great people on there. But if you're pulling stuff from everybody's channel, instead of honing in on one strategy and realizing that it works, you're going to be bombarded with like information overload. And then when it's time for you to actually execute a trade, you'll be gun shy. You'll be afraid to do so because you don't know what information is needed to execute that trade. And this is why the trading framework is so popular. This is why it's working for my students, because I've dumbed it down. I made it simple. You have one step after the other. Okay, and once you learn the framework, it just makes sense. So once you're ready to get connected, I'll be here to help you get to the next level. All right? Listen, just as I tell you guys all the time, have nothing short of a fantastic day. Remember, stay healthy, stay safe. Let's always remember to remain and stay prayed up in the times we live in. I'll see you guys in the next video. All right? Peace and blessings, everyone.